a microphone man anywhere around, please? We do need Ian to come back. Thank you very much. Right, until we can get hold of Ian. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in action. So yeah, so the first tractor is going round Ferguson T20, done by a very famous local person. If anybody else is down there in the tractor section and you've noticed the parade has started, feel free to join us. So people got something to look at. The second tractor also belongs to the same family. We've got a grey and gold. This is a Ferguson, an FE 35. Before they joined up with the tractor that followed on to the 320 that we're looking at, the first one that came in. So when Massey and Ferguson joined up together, the tractor changed very little except for the livery, which went to the famous red and grey that we're all familiar with. Following on from that, another tractor from the same family. So we've got Grandad Roy driving the T20. Now we've got a 6-cylinder Fordson Major driven by Liam. A lot of you parents out there have been worried by Liam over the years. If you had a daughter, it's always a bit scary to think he might turn up and take him out. Fordson made the Fordson Major that we know of. They never really got Ansons and New Holland, etc. Nicely improved the tractor. Next to that, we've got another Ferguson, 35, driven by Lyndon Down, who runs the tractor section here. Then we've got a County 4004, brought up here by Mr. Duffy, beautiful tractor. Ford produced the skid units and various converters such as County, roadless, Muir Hill and that. Took the skid units and put their own four-wheel drive on it. The next tractor coming in here now, Devon, that's a Trot Master, driven by a young lady that come down here all the way from Timberley. You notice that one has got what they call the 14 seats. It's got a double seat so you can take the young lady out for a drive, and it's got the modesty strap on it, it's got the window on the skirt. Then another County 4004, 62 horsepower. Ford's tractors coming in, so that's the second of our County 4004. Next tractor coming in. We don't normally allow travellers in on because it's dictated to take care of our site work. This gentleman here comes under the heading of a traveller. Bob had come down from, he lives up country, but he spends a lot of time down here. He loads his tractor up on his trailer, puts it behind his motorhome, and he comes down into the southwest and stays down for weeks and weeks, travelling from show to show. We're very pleased to see him. He's driving a 2130, so that's a bit smaller than 125, but it's an industrial tractor. And on behind it you'll see that it's got a Teagle cement mixer next to that. And they tell me that a good driver can put a massive Ferguson 1200 in places and get out of places that a County won't go. Next we've got Mr. Sullivan, he come all the way from Dunsford. There's David Brown 95, he's got a little collection of tractors down here. I've known this, well, yeah, Chris, I've known the gentleman a long time. I've known the tractor longer because it came from long down. Those who can remember 4-wheel drive by roadless. And we've got a 6-cylinder massive 2640. Now we come on with a massive 35. The storage I can tell about the man sat on this seat. Known Graham since we were kids. We worked on the same farm together. He got me out of trouble and simple patrons. Probably got me into trouble as well. Now we've got a Case International 956 6-cylinder. You will have seen this tractor before, but not in this condition. Young Mr. Cook has put a lot of time, a lot of effort to getting this tractor to stations today. Absolute credit to you. Thank you for bringing it. Now when it comes to stories, what can I say? We're going to Ford some Super Dexter. It's a grey and it's a blue and grey, so it is the last of the Super the Fords tractors before they went to Ford. The driver, which I think a lot of people know, is the hall here. You see it in the background. One story is about him. That's all coming city later, but I don't want to get told off by somebody being offended, but yeah, me and Anne have known each other many years. Now we've got quite a famous Ford Supernator. This Supernator is one of the earliest, blue and orange. It's driven by Mick Brook. He's driven this tractor the length of the country, raising money for charity. Now a member of the same family coming on with the officer. Local contractor. This is really showing you a contrast. The tractors that you're looking at are all ages, all generations. Now we cover up to date with the Ultra. Fast James to bring us here to show you what we'll be driving now. Children in my generation of children, we were driving 220s and we got in with somebody having moved on from horses. And now James is a local celebrity. Most of the young ladies in the team valley know him. He hangs around the schools, looking for the young mothers. He's now produced his own offspring and we're looking forward to a hog roast. Next to that, really showing the contrast, we've got a diesel field marshal, we've got a little single cylinder pot tractor. The drivers of these are easy to recognise because they've got their hair and the face covered in Smiths. Following on from that, we've got a Ford, it's a Ford 4000. It's got power steering added as an extra, so you've seen the Townsend 4000, but this is what the Smith unit would look like before. Next we come on, we've got one of Mr. Mullins' tractors. Thank you sir, thank you for coming to see us. Ventured up the Team Valley. He had to come up because he's a carer for his son. So we want to make sure that they both came. And we've got another crop master, Devon registered, from the same family, come up to down near the sea, down in the river Team. Following that we've got a 6-cylinder Major. Like I told you, this is what Fordson actually should have done, but never did. And a lot of contractors and that, they put an engine in to make a more powerful, more useful, more drivable tractor. And the Ford known Ford for many, many years. To be fair, he didn't look after 70, but he's holding along. Good days on back on Facebook. Then we come on to John Deere, we've got a John Deere 6410. It's a 4-wheel drive tractor. You can see the tractor. The loader, a very usable tractor. Talking about loaders, and now we move on and come on to a New Holland, the TS115. That's 115 horsepower 4-wheel drive. You'll see it's a bit of a quick loader. So we started off here today. This is some standard Fordsons, then we move on through the Fordson Majors, the Dexters and 27Ns. In the end, Ford was taken over the winning partnership with New Holland, who you'll know make combines and balers and that for many years. And now we're up with the New Holland range of tractors. Now we move on to another county. You've seen the 4004, well this is a bit bigger. This is a Devon 24 with 116 horsepower county. It's what we call a Super 6. The tractor is easily identified by the bump in the bonnet where the air cleaner comes out. One of the most famous shapes of tractors. We've got a Bumford blade on the front. This would have been used for breaking roads looking, and here we are with this Devon 24, and I bet he's very pleased with it, I would be. Following on, talking about local celebrities, the gentleman in the shirt, I think he's wearing it for a bet, John Morris, Mr. Tarrant, he's got his boards and that please come and see it. Then we go back in time, we've got an international. I'm going to ask the driver a bit about this one. Sir. Yeah, so that's a real old tractor. Comes from a large collection of internationals, and it's beautiful, the lovely restoration, beautiful to see. We've now got a Nuffield 1060. It's one of the Mr. Cabot tractors. Now he looks like an ordinary 1060, and that's lovely, but you come round the other side and you'll see all sorts of big engines and turbochargers and that. This is a beast, and it's a beast in disguise, ladies and gentlemen. If we go next to it, we'll see a standard Nuffield Universal. This is the competitor of the Fordson Major. And the Nuffield each had their own fans. And going back to the Nuffield 1060 we saw before, this is what the boys did. When people were converting Fordson Majors, they were putting 6-cylinder engines to make more powerful tractors. This is the Nuffield version. Very popular. A lot of Nuffields had Leyland engines taking out lorries, etc. Now we come on to a county 1174. We saw a Super 6 just now, 1124. Well, they then metamorphosed into 1164 and ended on with 1174. This one brings back memories for me. It says J.R. Marshall on the front, and when I was a boy, when all the contractors had counties, and I can remember John Marshall, father of the present family, using this tractor. It's nice when you go to these shows to have memories and see, just bring back memories. We now move on to a Super Major. You can see this one's got a yellow engine. That probably signifies it's come out of a lovely conversion. Some of them look like you've been at it with a gas axe, but this one is a beautiful conversion, lovely type tractor, and lovely tractor for road runs, a lot of power. Now we've seen what a Super Major look like with an engine that has been, a large engine that has been put in to improve power. Well, other people, they try different methods to get more power into a tractor from the field. So what I feel was Mr. Pryor, Mr. Pryor from Essex, we got the idea of strapping two Fordson Majors together, take the contactor off one, put a terminator between them. So now if you had a tractor that was, got 4 horsepower, there's now got 107 horsepower. This is what they're doing. This is one of the last on the Super Majors. They went on, and it signified the colour of blue and grey, but they then went on to make tractors by strapping 4 to 5 days together and finish off in 7 days. So we've got the County family, we've got 1474, which is equal wheel, 4-wheel drive. They've gone Ford 97, so we're still using Ford stick units. And as Ford developed newer this was on the Ford 97. Later when they went over the GW tractors, County upgraded and went on to make 1884, more of which later. Now we've got a County 1124. We saw one back there they've done from on Super 6, this is one without two handles. It's got the 4 plates on the front. All these counties are more destructive in a straight line, more this on steep ground, and the pillars to turn. You'll remember there was concern once with the 40 acres of service around, and a lot of these tractors will catch you out. settlers were making conversions on them, and Ford really got into the business overnight. They started making their own four-wheel drive tractors, small front wheels, better got, and all these things sadly disappeared from our history. We saw just now a dough made out of two super majors. Now we've come on to a dough made out of the very first of the Ford, what we call the Ford three-force tractors. So it's an identical one there, just made of roadless, it's in the roadless 75 going around for Austin's collection. Here is another roadless, this is a roadless 78, so that shows it's a slightly newer tractor. It's got a Duncan seat pad on it, and I remember this tractor was bought on Christow showroom because the owner owns that belonged to Graham Lusker. The owner left this show and had to drive up the top of the hill past Gordon's house to get a signal to buy the tractor over the phone. Another tractor here from the Ruskin collection. This is a Ford 7610, so this is a 75 horsepower tractor that was then turbocharged to bring up nearly 200 horsepower. The next one is another county 4004. You see he's got Ford ticket lights. Tend to make their own bikes later in life, but at this point they were using particularly bikes. You see he's got a Devon registration, J-Reg, following on to that we saw the 7610 4-cylinder turbo. Farmers were asking for that little bit more power. There again, John Deere and Massey and Devon started doing a 6-cylinder approach, a 6-cylinder tractor early on. Ford eventually caught up. They produced a few in silver to commemorate the jubilee of sadly the farmers didn't want to pay extra for a tractor like that. Another one was painted back, was repainted in blue, and went back to the original colours, and of course now the silver blue is like the origin. Talking about local celebrities, there's young Mark, driving his John Deere 1120 two-wheel drive. You see he's got a road plate on it. One of the earliest ones really. There's a lot of John Deeres in the country, but when John Deere started selling tractors, you'll remember Sandwich a bit down. This is one of their first tractors. They say now we've moved on to some Massive, several Massives. Well, they've got a 3645, but now in the 3000 range. We saw the 2640 going around, and now the next range is so you've got a 6-cylinder tractor. You've got one of the factories up to those hydraulic arms you're looking at. You put the balls, not your own personal balls, you understand. You put your vintage balls on your implement and then you just back up and pick up. You're not here. Hello Jeffrey, nice to see you. So we've gone from very, very modern and now we've gone way back in time to Jack Butland. Jack Butland goes way back in time, also his tractor goes. You see it says Standard Fortune, it's called the end, everybody calls it the Standard Fortune. This is the one that won the war for us, ladies and gentlemen, back in the war. The land girls, farmers that were there, they were using these tractors, they were also doing many purposes. The way it was that won the war really. Now we're coming on to our first crawler, Caterpillar D2. Yes, it's nice, it's unique, it's lovely to see a Caterpillar coming. It's part of our, there again, part of our history, imported from America. The bit that makes this tractor special, ladies and gentlemen, is that it's worked in the Team Valley all its life. Those of you that remember agricultural contractor, W.S. Howard, Titch. A lot of people knew Titch Howard down Ashton Mill. Titch Howard used this tractor for many years in his agricultural contracting business. That makes it special, but what makes it more special is that it used to belong to a very good friend of mine, Ian Howard. Ian Howard, well, Howards were well known all around the valley. They run lorries, they were contracting, they were coal merchants, they run cattle lorries. But Ian had this tractor, and before he died, sadly taken with cancer, he brought this tractor to the show, and it's an absolute tribute. It's driven by Ian's daughter's partner, young Scott, and yeah, lovely to see. Following on from that, we got a Ford 8210. Well, we saw the 7810 over there, didn't we? Well, the 8210 is just a bigger tractor. It's a much heavier tractor, where the 7810 was ideal for like livestock farms and getting around places. This is really for big fields. The big contractors would have bought these. They would have bought them for forage harvesting, and they would have bought it for all the big heavy jobs. There are a lot about now. It's a 6-cylinder engine. A lot of them were turbocharged as well. But back in the day, there weren't that many in Devon. It was a big tractor. Take a lot of getting about. Our lanes aren't very forgiving with the stone walls and the narrow gateways. But yeah, a real contractors. Another tractor from the same collection, Mr. Luscombe. And following on, one of my favourite tractors. There's a tractor. When they talk about restoration, there's a tractor in his working clothes. We have got a beautiful 6-cylinder Fordson Major. You'll see on the back he's got a winch, and you'll see that winch is covered in mud. That signifies the tractor is actually used. It's not a show pony. Before I finish, I would just like to say that with no tractors or no exhibitors, no cars, whatever, we wouldn't have a show. A lot of work goes into getting these tractors like this. Firstly, people buy them, they do them up. A lot of them you'll see they shine them up and polish them up. Other ones have come straight off the farm and brought up here just because I pester them. I start tomorrow begging people to bring tractors for next year. They're much appreciated, and I'd like to thank every single exhibitor. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please come down and talk to the drivers because they're very proud of their tractors. Thank you.
Well done, Nick.